The Supreme Court is poised to make crucial decisions on several significant cases as the term comes to a close. With 10 opinions left to release before the justices embark on their summer break, the court will address contentious issues that have been at the center of this term's deliberations. These cases encompass affirmative action, student loans, gay rights, religious rights, and voting. Let's delve into some of the specific cases awaiting the court's decision since the term began in October. Affirmative action. The court will examine the future of affirmative action in higher education through two related cases involving Harvard and the University of North Carolina. While the Supreme Court previously sanctioned the use of affirmative action in higher education since 1978, the decision to take up these cases indicates a potential re-evaluation of those rulings. During the arguments in late October, all 6 conservative justices expressed skepticism about the practice. The Biden administration contends that eliminating race-conscious college admissions would have a detrimental impact, leading to a decline in the enrollment of Black and Latino students in the nation's most selective institutions. Student loans. Another case on the docket concerns President Joe Biden's proposal to alleviate or reduce student loans held by millions of Americans. When the court heard arguments in February, the plan faced an uncertain future, although it remains plausible that the justices may rule that the challengers lack the right to sue, allowing the plan to proceed. Biden's proposal involved canceling $10,000 in federal student loan debt for individuals earning less than $125,000 annually or households with incomes below $250,000. An additional $10,000 cancellation was proposed for those who received federal Pell Grants. Regardless of the court's decision, loan payments that have been paused since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic 3 years ago will resume this summer. Gay rights. The court is also expected to decide a case that intersects gay rights and religious rights. This particular case revolves around a Christian graphic artist from Colorado who objects to designing wedding websites for same-sex couples while wanting to pursue designing services. State law mandates that businesses open to the public must provide services to all customers. However, the designer, Lori Smith, argues that this law violates her free speech rights. Opponents contend that ruling in favor of Smith would enable various businesses to discriminate against Black, Jewish, Muslim, interracial, interfaith, or immigrant customers. During arguments in December, the conservative majority on the court seemed receptive to Smith's arguments, and religious plaintiffs have recently obtained victories in similar cases. Religious rights. Another case that may result in a victory for religious rights involves a Christian mail carrier who refused to work on Sundays when tasked with delivering Amazon packages. The key issue for the court pertains to determining when businesses must accommodate religious employees. Notably, both sides in this case share agreement on certain aspects. During the April arguments, both liberal and conservative justices seemed broadly aligned in their belief that businesses such as the Postal Service cannot reject requests for religious accommodations based on minor costs or hardships. This could potentially lead to a ruling supported by justices from both ends of the ideological spectrum. However, it remains unclear how the court will decide the specific circumstances of the workers' case. Voting. As the election season gains momentum, the Supreme Court has yet to announce its decision in a case regarding the authority of state legislatures to establish rules for congressional and presidential elections without oversight from state courts. The case from North Carolina questions the power of state courts to invalidate congressional districts drawn by legislatures on the grounds of violating state constitutions. However, a recent development occurred when North Carolina's state Supreme Court nullified the ruling under review by the Supreme Court, following Republican claims of control over the state court. This situation may provide the justices with an opportunity to dismiss the case without issuing a decision. It is possible that the court may consider a similar case from Ohio and reach a verdict after the 2024 elections. In summary, the Supreme Court's impending decisions on these crucial cases will significantly impact various aspects of affirmative action, student loans, gay rights, religious rights, and voting rights. The court's pronouncements will shape legal precedents and have far-reaching consequences for the involved parties and the nation as a whole.